This is All Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
All right, welcome back to All Hitches, Nova's #1 football podcast. Coach Mesa, happy first week of the season.
What is old is new again, right?
Here we are.
I mean, it feels it went by fast. The offseason went by pretty fast. I maybe talk to us in February. I mean, I won't be saying that, but I feel like here we are. Right?
Summer went by fast. Offseason went by fast. Everything went by fast. The Green Days went by fast.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. We're going to talk about football again.
100 miles an hour. We got so much to cover, so much to do. First, shout out to our guys, right? Levels AI, Dark Visors, Celebrity Deli.
Yeah.
For the show. We don't, as of right now, we don't know when it's going to air. Could be airing right now by the time this airs, right?
Yeah.
But we were guests on their podcast. Celebrity Deli hosted the podcast. It was a good time, right?
Yeah. It shows what professionals are. I want to be like them when we grow up. That's what I want to be. I mean, they had like fancy mics and headphones, and I don't know. They seem like a professional organization, unlike us, the kind of fly by night pop up lemonade stand.
No, different kind. There's different cars, right? They had all the high tech stuff. That was definitely a car that has nice gadgets, almost like a what's the electronic car that everyone the fancy thing? What's that called? The
Tesla?
The Musk car, Tesla. I got brain damage. Tesla. They had the Tesla setup, right? We're Toyota, we're solid. Honda, solid. You can count on it. Might not have all the fancy gadgets, but day in and day out, this is getting you where you got to get to.
Yeah, but it was great being on their show. I mean, it was a great, and it sounds like it may not be the only time that we join forces.
That's right, the mega powers.
Or we'll form together like Voltron, right?
Or the good old mega powers doing the handshake. I think, that could have been the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah.
And if we can get things going, speaking of Musk, maybe he's watching, and we can get a free what's his Wi-Fi thing called?
Starlink.
Maybe we can get a free Starlink from Musk to do what we want to do. We got some good ideas coming up in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'm excited. About the stuff we have coming up.
Yeah, man. And so we put out, we want to remind everyone, Thursday night is coming up. It's normally Friday night spotlight, but it's going to be Thursday night spotlight. The big show.
Yeah. First time ever. Gonna be able to watch a show. If you happen to be out and getting some pizza, you can go buy Lido's in West Springfield. And watch our show on the big screen. You can have some pizza, watch us up there. I mean, there's a place you can go to on a Thursday night before Memorial Day. Maybe you don't want to cook because you're going to barbecue that weekend. So maybe go to Lido's, hang out, get some really good pizza. It's the first time I ever had Lido's. It was fantastic. It was really good.
I mean, let's be honest. What Lido's is building over there, they are trying to build a Hall of Fame, a mecca.
Yeah.
A mecca for Nova football and Nova sports. And our guy Wes, kind of runs the place. He's the guy to talk to if you have any ideas, any artifacts to bring in.
Yeah.
To the Hall of Fame. If you got a cool
Mike Glennon,
you got a Mike. Thank you. I couldn't at the top of my head. I couldn't think of anyone. I couldn't think of Tesla earlier, so I got problems. Yeah. You got a Mike Glennon jersey laying around. You got a Eugene Asante jersey laying around. You got an Andy Heck jersey laying around, right?
Yeah.
Anything cool. Take it over to the West Springfield Lido's Pizza Pub, which I thought was cool. I'd never seen a pub in a pizza place like that.
Yeah, they're hanging helmets. So maybe your senior year you did not turn your helmet like you're supposed to at the end of the season, and now it's just sitting in your garage. Put it over there, put on display for everyone to see. Yeah,
good stuff, man. He's doing great things. A rack of coaches have already reached out and brought stuff to him. Everyone from Falls Church to Braddock, Woodson. A lot of people brought stuff, but he wants them all. He wants all of Nova.
They even got West Springfield to bring some stuff over.
Wow,
I'm not West Springfield. I'm sorry, West Potomac.
West Potomac reached out. Yeah, they got West Potomac. He said AC, and he's Patriot, because obviously they're West Springfield. They're in Patriot, and they're only 2 away from completing Patriot. So Fairfax High School, if you're out there, and an AC, actually, were the last 2.
Yeah, so get that stuff over there.
So cool stuff. I'm glad you brought that up. Tune into our show Thursday night. You will miss no action. We can't guarantee it. Sometimes we will rewind, though. If it was a good enough play, you won't miss it because we'll rewind and try and find the play that we missed.
Yeah. And if you're out there, hit us up on Twitter so we know something good's going on because we'll jump into games. We're not gonna be able to cover every game just because it's just you and I trying to keep our eyes on multiple games. But if you're like, hey, so and so's in the red zone, we'll try to jump over that game as quickly as possible. And also, if any of you DSAs are out there, make sure that your NFHS feed is up so we can cover your games.
Yes, get that feed up, get the scores up.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do there. And like you said, people reach out to us if there's a good game going on and the games we had was a blowout. We'll switch it up. We're not married to those games, and we're going to keep flipping. So yeah, we'd love to put on a more competitive game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a good time. So yeah, Thursday night, subscribe, share, all that stuff on our YouTube channel. We might start off showing it on X, but eventually we'll go strictly YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's a new day and a new show, new season, new advertisers, Mason.
Yeah, that's wild.
People, they love the product. They know it's a place to see and be seen. And so we got a list of, and we're going to read these to you now because these are people who are helping. Mason and I talked about this a lot last year. Essentially losing money on this, right? I mean,
yeah.
And it's fun to do it. It's fun to bring the info, but we stuff. And some of the people said, "Hey, look, what do you need? Let's make it happen so you guys don't lose money out of this."
Yeah.
And they've really helped pay for some of the software, some of the editing stuff. So here we go. Let's just read some of our new sponsors, 2025. These are the people. You got to hit all these people up for whatever business they do because these people care about Nova.
Right. They're supporting the community, right? They're supporting the community, being able to share, your players, your kids, sports, so that way they can have a place to have a platform at.
100%. So quickly read through it. Debbie Doral Associates. Okay, they're going to be sponsoring Players of the Week and Play of the Week this year.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves that segment, Mason.
Yeah, it's a big one.
So Team DDA has led Northern Virginia real estate market for over 36 years. Their team of full-time realtors do not just sell the home. They do so much more. They build relationships, deliver results, create real estate experiences. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, they make the process smooth and tailored to your goals. Contact them today at teamdda.com.
Yeah, and with the real estate market being in flux the way it is, up and down, you really do need a good realtor, and everything we've seen and heard about them, they do a fantastic job over there.
That's it, man. Our guy, Fairfax Football Academy, right? And they were one of our first last year.
They were there. I think they were our first. They were our first sponsor last year.
Right. So shout out to Coach Thompson over there. And they'll be sponsoring some stuff. Okay, obviously the best QB training in Northern Virginia. Follow them on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy, and they'll have their banner up. The law offices of David Marks, friend of the program, David Marks. Nova Top 10 Power Rankings is the segment that he'll be getting. All right. Their team of experienced, aggressive, relentless attorneys ready to stand by your side. Fight for justice you deserve. Whether it's a personal injury claim or a criminal case, they don't back down. They deliver results. When you hire David Marks Law, you're hiring a team that believes in winning. Contact them at davidmarkslaw.com. I mean, what an appropriate title there because you're around winning teams right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's important to get an attorney that you trust. I mean, that's probably a big thing. I mean, anytime you're dealing with that kind of stuff, you want to get somebody you really have some faith in.
100%.
So he does a fantastic job over there.
We got another. Now we get into kind of the food segment, Mason. That's our favorite. We like food.
Yeah.
Right. We got for our recap show sponsor, we got Natural Red Catering, a traditional caterer located in Springfield. They deliver to the entire Nova area. They specialize in slow smoked Southern barbecue. Man, I'm hungry already. They do lots of other cuisine. Check out their menu at naturalredcatering.com. And if you're looking for a high school sports banquets, homecoming, prom, graduation parties, fall, winter, spring, you name it, they got it all. Put on their calendar right now, naturalredcatering.com. Which, by the way, our guy over at Natural Red Catering spoke to us and he said, "Hey, if you do that, don't do KFC again." In Thanksgiving time, he said, "I'll get you the real deal, the real smoked turkey for the MVP of one of those games.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. And we had heard that it's really good. I think
Oh,
Carl Frederick came highly recommended from a Carl Frederick.
yeah. I mean, if the Adam Schefter of Nova is saying it, you got to believe it. And yes, we have heard that their brisket, especially, was money.
Yeah, mouth-watering.
Yeah. So Natural Red Catering, we appreciate all these guys. And then we got a variety of restaurants here, and these guys are going to get shout outs all season long. Games of the week, Friday night show or Thursday night this week. We'll be mentioning these places all the time. We got Backyard Grill over in Chantilly area, kind of near Chantilly, near Westfield. All right, true local spot. Join them Saturdays and Sundays, all fall season. They got college, they got NFL, they got happy hour every day. Not just happy hour Monday through every day, Mesa, 3 to 7. Great food and drink. They got Tuesday poker. They got live bands on Saturdays.
They got Tuesday poker?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Maybe I'll make my way down
right.
Play some cards.
Come see what everyone in Chantilly's been talking about at Backyard Grill. Visit backyardgrills.com, restaurant.com today. All right, so Backyard Grill Restaurant. Jimbo's Bar and Grill in Gainesville, kind of Gainesville Battlefield Patriot area. All right, the Cheers of Gainesville. You walk in and they say Mesa. That's the place. Great burgers, voted best Nova wings.
Yeah, we talked about that. We definitely need to make our way down there.
Yeah, so you're talking wings, you're talking our language.
Yeah.
So much more than your average sports bar. They show all the packages, NFL tickets, center rights, all that stuff. It's a place to be in Gainesville. Jimbo's. Visit jimbosgrill.com today.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving to our neck of the woods here, closer to Fairfax. Kelly's Oyster House, Mesa. I love oysters, buddy.
You do.
I'm an oyster. Oh, I'm an oyster guy. I love oysters, but they got it all. Okay, first and foremost is an oyster bar, casual restaurant, place for everyone. Okay, bring the whole family in, welcoming place. Come for oysters, watch the game. They have at least 6 different oysters from VA to Canada. All right, an oyster shucker will be in the oyster bar every evening, similar to a bartender, but he shucks oysters. How fantastic is that? So they're known for, right? Can't beat that. We're known for the food, known for the quality. The bar has sports on TV, 16 draft beers, great cocktail list. I went there last year for one of our staff members who was leaving. We went there to do a goodbye. They did a great job there. If you got anything to celebrate, have a good time, go to Kelly's Oyster House. Visit Kelly'sOysterhouse.com today. Vienna Inn, Mason.
Vienna Inn,
Madison, Oakton area, right? 1960. It's the, what is that, 65-year anniversary.
5 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, how many restaurants make it half of that?
No. A quarter of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an institution, a true institution, right? Menu for everyone, classic spiced shrimp, blackened tuna. But of course, the world famous chili dogs and chili mac. Fun fact, 10,000 chili dogs are sold every month at Vienna Inn. 10,000, Mesa.
10,000. So what? That's 0.3. It's like 300 a day.
That's a lot. Can't argue with those results.
No, you can't. So 300 a day of anything.
That's like the Bill Belichick. That's like the New England Patriots of Nova. Just excellence. True Nova Classic. Visit them at viennainn.com. And then finally, out towards Yorktown, Arlington area, Yorktown High School, WNL, Wakefield, they also have a Titans location. They have 6 locations, but Lebanese Taverna. And I talked about this coincidentally like a month ago.
You did, yeah.
Because I love Lebanese food. Lebanese Taverna is the spot to go to. Since 1979, Lebanese Taverna has been serving classic Eastern Mediterranean cooking. The mood's always festive in the Lebanese tradition. Dishes are served with sharing in mind. Big dishes. A full spread of meze might include Lebanese Taverna's famous hummus, sausages, kibbeh, shawarma, kebabs, and much more. 6 Lebanese Taverna locations in VA, DC, and Maryland. And Mesa, that is the 2025 season list of sponsors and people who care about Nova football in this area.
Yeah, it's awesome that people reached out. And like I said, we lost money last year doing this, and this year, luckily, we're gonna be able to not have to figure out from our paychecks how to pay for all this stuff this year.
Right. So that's the last time we'll read the list like that.
Yeah,
But I really did want to share all those places with everybody.
yeah,
Reading that was not part of the deal, but we were so gracious and
yeah.
and full of gratitude for these people helping us out and these awesome and these people are all institutions. None of these guys are fly by night. They've all been
No,
around
no.
forever.
Yeah.
Between 65 years and probably 10 years in between there. Um, so we are very, 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 grateful for, their help and getting this season off and going. So here
Yeah,
we go, man.
and those food places, tag us when you go eat it. If you're a foodie, like take a
Yes.
picture, tag us in social media on it, tag them.
And you're right, actually. And I should have said that because whether it's the restaurants, the real estate, the law offices, or the catering,
Yeah,
you tell them Dash and Dan sent you.
yeah. Tag us in there and let's get these people some recognition. Let's get them some business out there.
That's right. All right, man. Well, kind of a happy way to start this season. And we're going to get right into it, man, because I've never seen week one matchups like this.
Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff, right? Because right now we have some ideas where teams are, but now we're gonna be able to see. We saw some scrimmages. We were like we have some, but scrimmages are kind of weird because you're working guys in, working guys out. Now you're playing your best guys for 4 quarters. Let's see what this looks like.
Oh, man. So, well, we're going to get into it right now. We got a list. Games of the week. It's been a year. And here we are. We're bringing it back. This is the list. It was too big of a list to go, our Fab Five. So we're going sensational 7.
Like sensational Sherry, huh?
Sensational Sherry coming out with it was Shawn Michaels, right?
Yeah, but before that, was she always Shawn Michaels? What or was she? She was Macho Man at one point.
Honky Tonk Man too.
She was Honky Tonk Man.
But she was Scary Sherry with Matcha.
She was also with the Harlem Heat.
She was with the Harlem Heat back when we went to WCW.
Yeah, she was in that infamous promo.
You're right. Well, this is it. Games of the week, the sensational 7. We're going to start off in no order. Here we go. Westfield at Patriot Mesa. Wow.
I mean, that could be a preview of the state semifinal. I would not be surprised to see those two teams in the state semifinal. Everything we've heard about Westfield is that they are loaded. They are absolutely loaded this year, and so is Patriot. We have two heavyweights going right at it. And what I do like, I've talked about scheduling, right? I think I've talked a little about there. Those two teams to play each other off the bat is really impressive, right? They're not going to take a team that they think that they can kind of beat up on to kind of get their no. They are coming out the gates. They are taking they are Muhammad Ali taking on Joe Frazier in their first fight, right? They're not
First fight.
They're not taking a tomato can. They're not scheduling down. They are going at it, and I'm excited to see it.
I am too. I mean, you talk about the inside the matchup here. Ryan Carlson, the senior quarterback, kind of seeing it all, right? Patriot, from our understanding, is going with the youngster making his first varsity start, House.
And how impressive that, right? For a sophomore at a program like Patriot, right? We're not talking about an up and comer. We're talking about an established program that has, I mean, for all intents and purposes, state title aspirations. And what does that mean for a sophomore like that to be given the reins on that? And it wasn't, and our understanding was the job wasn't given to him, right? There was a quarterback competition over there.
Yeah, legit QB competition.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm excited to see it. We'll see what it looks like between those two teams, and and you're going to have Division I talent all over that field, right? With the
all
running
over
back.
the field. You got Division I talent all over the place. I mean, you're talking about a defense led by a Penn State commit at Patriot, and that makes you. I mean, I guess I made this prediction that they might go with the older guy, the older quarterback later earlier in the offseason.
Yeah.
But I also see why if your defense is that solid,
right?
I see why you go with the youngster. They can protect him. He's going to say, "Hey, youngster, don't make any mistakes. Don't force anything." Right? You got this killer defense right here.
Right.
So just play your game.
Well,
right.
Well, on defense, right, that D line with Jordan Benjamin and Chris Umana, on the D line, Mateo Lama at linebacker.
I mean, Penn State.
Yeah, and then Aiden Pagnois and Leo Strabar back there. I mean, luckily, and he won the job, but to be able to have a defense that's going to kind of keep you around early on, and I believe this will be his first varsity start. I mean,
Right.
that's huge, right?
That is huge. Now it's at Patriots, so there's kind of an advantage there. But Patriot won the game last year.
Hmm.
We watched that one.
And convincingly, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
they
right?
did.
It was.
But a lot of those guys graduated, obviously.
Right.
This is a heavyweight matchup. I agree with you in every way. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fourth quarter game, right? That
Yeah.
game's gonna be a fourth quarter game for sure.
And great coaching
Yeah.
on both sides.
Right.
Right? Great coaching on both sides.
I believe it's Malachi Lee was the running back.
Yeah.
Malachi Lee. Yeah, that's why I lost that for a minute. But I mean, we'll see what that offense that's supposed to be pretty potent for Westfield is able to do against a really good Patriot defense.
All right. Well, game 2 of the sensational 7. Stonebridge at Madison, Mesa. Wow.
Yeah. So again, you're not taking any days off at Madison. Now, the one thing, and we talked about actually, we talked about it in our preview. We talked about it in the with levels AI guys, dark visor guys. Coach Counts doesn't back down from anybody. I mean, he takes on all comers, and he signed up for a game knowing that he was losing quite a few seniors from last year's state runner-up team.
Right.
So I mean. But he's coming to the game and really taking on a Stonebridge team that we keep on hearing reports about is really good. What the Jeter kid they have there, who's the Division I kid at Stonebridge. I mean, it should be a pretty good game.
I mean, what's in the water over there? And you got to respect the Concord, man. The Concord. We just rattled off Westfield and Madison, freaking going for freaking top-notch opponents week 1 out of the gates.
Yeah. But that does come from the only thing that counts. Which I think is smart, especially over in that region, is your district games.
Yeah.
So take on the best you can to get your guys ready. Now Madison is bringing back Matthew Weller. He's a big running back coming back. He's got the Owen Mannering coming back on the O line. So they're going to be physical up front. Now the 3 receivers they like a lot, right? And Voyness, Smoot, and Counts also are going to be pretty good opponent for that. Try to make up for. And no disrespect to those guys, but you have to try to find a replace Dominic Nicely. And I don't know if you can in one person, but maybe in the aggregate you can, right?
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a little bit of an injury in one of the scrimmages with Madison, and they're trying to figure that one
something,
out.
But
yeah. So hopefully everyone's healthy coming into this game.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's kind of nicked up a little bit, but hoping nothing serious. I'll tell you what. Madison. We talked a minute ago about Patriots QB being young, and he's age young. Madison's guys are, young because a lot of them played JV. Like you said, it was a senior laden team last year. So they're going to have a lot of guys who didn't play, a lot of early reps at least in games. So there's going to be that kind of, I think, that learning curve with them coming in. We'll see how they respond to it. I don't think no matter what happens to any of these first 4 teams we just named, big loss, big win, I think they're all going to be around when it matters later on.
Yeah. When it turns into November, those teams are all going to be hanging around for sure.
Right. All right, man, and that's at Madison. So of course, I mean, the line to get chili dogs is going to be out. At Vienna Inn is going to be out the freaking down the street.
Yeah. As soon as the game ends, you better jump in your car and get there as quickly as you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a win.
Yeah.
If it's a win, it's going to be chili dogs on me. I mean, it's going to be all over the place.
You just said that loud. They're going to be like, chili dogs on Dash, y'all Hitches. Put on the tab.
Yeah, that is not really on me. I didn't really mean that. I'm not paying it for 10,000 chili dogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right. Well, moving on. Game 3 of our sensational 7 this week. Another big one, man. North Stafford and Battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the preview. Everyone said this Battlefield team, even after losing the guys they lost last year look like they are poised to be for a state championship. And again, another one, they're taking big swings over there. And I know we talked to, in fact, the level that I got, kind of referencing that again. They really load up on that schedule because they want to make sure that they're trying to get themselves as playoff tested as possible.
Yep. Yep. And you can see it. They're both doing it, right?
Yeah.
With Patriot playing. Let's start from their outlook, right? If you're one of these teams out west, Patriot is playing Westfield and Battlefield's playing North Stafford. They're both going, hey, people keep criticizing us about not playing tough to your opponents.
Right.
So we're going to change that right now.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
And Battlefield with all those Division I guys, holy smokes.
Yeah. It should be a great game to watch.
Yeah. And that's at Battlefield, so I don't think Stafford's too far from that area, though, right?
But after a Battlefield, where should you go? Where should you go to get something to eat at?
Well, and the beauty of that, you're right. And whether it's the Patriot game, who's also hosting, or the Battlefield game, you better be heading over to Jimbo's over in Gainesville. You're not too far, never too far from Jimbo's.
Yeah, maybe after a big Battlefield win, get the fryer going and get yourself some wings, right? Some victory wings.
You've got to get some wings, whether it's blue cheese the way I eat them or plain, Mason.
I don't put. I mean, not just plain wings. I mean, like I'll eat buffalo wings. I don't put the dressing.
You don't use the sauce. You don't dip the sauce.
I don't dip the sauce. No.
Yeah, if you had Outback's ranch, would you dip it in there?
No.
No, still wouldn't. Wow, I know you're an Outback ranch guy.
Yeah, I love Outback Ranch. Not on the wings, man.
All right, buddy. Well, moving closer to the Fairfax area here for this one, Langley at Fairfax. That's going to be an old school Conrad Dobler, freaking just snot bubbles.
Yeah.
A lot of double wing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Those two teams in particular are really physical. They are really physical. I'm looking for, because we know Langley. We got you went personally watch them play Woodson a little bit, and I watched a little bit on film. They like smash mouth football, but they're going to be running into some really big linemen over there at Fairfax. Malik Rashad, Anthony Murad over there.
Big Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, we had heard. I know you had talked to the WNL coaches, and they said he was tossing around big guys, not small guys.
Yeah,
like ragdoll,
monstrous.
Yeah, and
you didn't mention Tolson.
Yeah,
Ben Taylor behind those guys, just coming in and cleaning up, making tackles everywhere.
Yeah, so I mean, it's Langley wants to be smash mouth. Well, here comes maybe. Right now, I mean, we'll see as it plays out, but we're coming in right now. If we were making power rankings for physicality, probably the most physical team in regions C and D.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Battlefield's really physical, so I don't know how that'd play out. Because I mean, just watching their style of play, but at least in the greater Fairfax, Arlington areas, right now, King of the Hill as far as physicality goes in the current rankings, it's got to be Fairfax, right?
I agree, and I'll say this. I got some thoughts about this game and how I would attack if I mean, the favorite's going to be Fairfax, right? And they're playing, and they're at home.
I agree.
But quarterback wise, I'm giving the edge, obviously, by a long shot to Cole Sandberg and Langley.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he might be the most dynamic quarterback, right?
That's what I'm saying. And that's not a shot on Fairfax. Cole Sandberg's just one of the best in the area.
Yeah.
That's one of their advantages. So what I would say coming to this game, we've seen it a lot, right? We've seen, two teams that do the same thing, but one team maybe does it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Therefore, the other one doesn't work.
Right.
If I'm Langley, I'm just going to throw this out. If I'm Langley, and early in that game, I'm seeing that this is just not going to work. It'll work against a bunch of teams in Liberty, right? We should be okay there. And some of our other games that are out of district. But in this one, it might not work. And if that's the case, and I'm hope for their case, I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
But if that's just, I would evacuate from the game plan earlier, right? Mm-hmm. I'd spread them out. Okay, Fairfax, let's see what you guys want to do. You got this big line. How fast are you outside? I got Lee Evans.
Right.
Yes, that Lee Evans. Lee Evans' son. The Buffalo Bills Lee Evans. Right. I got him at receiver. I got Cole. I got one of the best quarterbacks here. I got a couple of receivers that can move. We can pass block.
Yeah.
Now let's see what you guys got.
Well, so I think an interesting thing was the game I watched last night. I mean, we're gonna put this out later. I watched the modern day Saint Thomas Aquinas the game, and modern day obviously was dominating them up front physicality, but they had a quarterback who could run a little bit, and all of a sudden he starts jumping outside the pocket, making plays. Maybe that's where it is. If they have to get away with it, but I don't want to sell Langley short. They like to be physical, so I think they're gonna go in there. If you had a comp on a boxing comp between two teams that like to kind of bang like that, could you have one for us? Do you have one where you're like old
Yeah,
school, new
man.
school?
There was a match. There was a match years ago. Do you remember Dave Tua?
Yeah, Tua man from Tonga.
Dave Tua. Dave Tua fought Ike Ibiabuchi.
Okay.
And Ike Ibiabuchi ended up going to prison later on. He did. It was almost like those
Yeah.
what if stories. This is a young Tua. This is Tua before he fought Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
If you ever have a chance, and it's on YouTube, these two heavyweights just went at it. And Tua could throw bombs.
Yeah.
Remember, they compared Tua to Tyson.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And Tua was landing shots on Ibiabuchi. He was like Nigerian. And they were landing, Ibiabuchi was just eating these shots, Mesa.
Really?
And Ibiabuchi wins the match in
Yeah.
decision. And that's what it was. It was just two freaking guys just killing each other. Now, like I said, we never got to see Ibiabuchi because his career kind of fell apart. Life fell apart. That I'm kind of seeing a little. It's early in the season. We don't really know about these two teams yet.
Right.
Teams have other teams, going winning states. That's why I'm saying they're kind of underdogs. But they're both kind of underdogs going into the season.
Yeah.
But they're both just freaking just guys who just want to go in there and just wail on you.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see it. If you like old school football, at least for the first couple quarters, this is what the game you want to go see, right?
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And after you're done at Fairfax, because it is at Fairfax, you only need to go like a mile or so
Yeah.
to go to Kelly's Oyster Bar.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Get some good oysters, some good sandwiches. They got a great smash burger. So you're right down the street. You'd be a fool not to head over to Kelly's afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, this is one coming up that you and I said would make our games of the week list. It did make it. Mount Vernon versus Hayfield, buddy.
Yeah. So I've watched again. We don't know a lot about the Hayfield kids. I know we got some word about it. We haven't had a chance really to speak to the coach, and I'd like to be able to bring him on eventually. I think once the season's over, let's bring him on and kind of talk about it's wild coming on game one.
Oh yeah.
But man, do they look good. I watched that scrimmage against South Lakes, and they've got a quarterback who can spin it. And unsurprising, and I think you brought up a valid point when we did our preview show. Mount Vernon, Hayfield never lacks for athletes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, everyone can talk about things that went on last season, but they've never had bad athletes at Hayfield at any point under any coach, whether it was Coach Aziz, whether it was Coach Hendo. They've had some really quality players over there, and it looks like they have it again. They have a receiver who looks like he's a dog. Like I said, that quarterback is really dynamic. The reports of Hayfield football being dead and buried, I think may be vastly overstated.
Yeah, I remember you called me. You were watching that scrimmage, and you were like, "Dude, these guys, they're good. They're good." Mount Vernon, though, and we sung their praises. Obviously, after the 7-on-7s, we talked to Coach Holland. He had him on the show. Great guy. That they got a lot of talent over there, and they had a tough scrimmage last week against Herndon, and there were some people saying that they might have gotten the better Herndon in that scrimmage. So, Mount Vernon, and we said it. Now, Falls Church, we'll talk about them in a minute. So, Falls Church withstanding, there are some people out there that are saying this Mount Vernon Hayfield game could be for national in week 1.
Yeah, been a big Mount Vernon. We're huge Rhett fans, right? I think we both called. We said Rhett's going to be an all region receiver. He is. They've got a bunch of dynamic playmakers over there. We think Coach Holland was a great hire. Speaking to him on the pod and speaking to him in person, I think he's got something really good going on over there. But this is a matchup, unfortunately, and I don't know exactly how they make. I don't know if they put all the teams in the computer and they spit out what's going to be there. But to have this be the week 1 matchup, I don't know, man. I would have rather seen this in October sometime. But give these guys a chance to prepare because in reality, there's not a lot for them to look at on each other's teams, right? I mean, maybe they trade scrimmages. I know some coaches don't. I know some coaches say, nope, this is a practice. You don't get to see the scrimmage. Uh, so, not being able to prepare. So, I mean, they're going to feel like they're coming into the game blind. But, I think Coach Holland got something good going over there. We got to see him at 7-11-7. And Herndon's a quality opponent too. In real and from what our understanding was, they held Herndon to one offensive touchdown, which is huge. Coach
Yes.
Richards over at Herndon is a fantastic coach, and be able to hold them to one offensive touchdown, I think is really telling.
Yeah, I mean, get Mount Vernon and Hayfield. We like both these teams. This is going to be a big matchup. It's going to have national implications, regardless whether they win it or not.
Yeah.
It's going to have implications, all through the season. Now, perfect segue, because we're going to slide over right down the street. We're going to head right down Route 50, right past Celebrity Deli, one of our favorites. Grab a Dash and Dan, and head over to Wakefield at Falls Church. And in Falls Church is going to have something to say about those two teams fighting for the national.
Right. So Wakefield, from our stand, they won they lost the Woodson scrimmage, right? 7-0.
Falls Church.
Falls Church, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to gauge, but
Yeah.
they might have lost.
Now our understanding is that they were able to handle Hilton pretty well in their last scrimmage. Coach Boone's got something great going there. We weren't sure if that quarterback was live, and we know the quarterback is a big part of their run game at Falls Church. And our reports from the coaches who played against them said that Falls Church team is really good.
We've heard that numerous times from numerous coaches.
That Falls Church team is really good. So it's going to be really interesting. And on the other side, right, I've gotten to see Wakefield a little bit play in their 7-on-7s, and they've got some athletic kids over there. I think this is this could be a sneaky game of the week. I mean, this game could be a game that we end up throwing into our top games coming back on our review show.
It could be one of those pinball games where there's just tons of scoring, right? Like we said, we saw Falls Church, and we like that running back, we like that quarterback. Wakefield, Coach Martin, and I'll say the Coach Hendos, right? With Coach Senior and Junior Henderson there, and running that offense. A lot of speed from what we've heard at Wakefield, right? Some size as well.
Yeah.
They were kind of a sneaky team in Liberty.
Now, what's interesting for this game is a a lot more to Falls Church than it does to Wakefield. Wakefield could lose this game and not affect them. Now, I think both teams need the win. I think both teams want to start off 1-0. But Falls Church loses this game, and because of the way that Region C is doing their playoffs, it's going to hurt. Whereas Wakefield could lose a close one and feel good about it. Now, but that being said, I'm sure both those teams are looking to start off the season with a win, considering the seasons they had. Well, Falls Church coming very close to a playoff appearance last year, whereas Wakefield really, I think, feels like they need to kind of get the game started on the right foot.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fireworks now. I agree with you. Fireworks galore.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. And also, number 7.
I was going to say, and also contrasting styles, right? We know that Coach Henderson likes to put the ball in the air, and Falls Church is going to put the ball on the ground. So
go ahead. Ground and pound. Number 7 of our sensational 7, South County and Colonial Forge, buddy.
Yeah, Colonial Forge with the coming in, solid season last year. South County, little up and down last year a little bit. I mean, they play they do play a really difficult non-district schedule. They're another team that does not take their non-district schedule lightly. We had heard reports about South County. Obviously, you have to replace a legend in Coach Pannoni, which makes things really difficult. And I know that the hiring process took a while, but we reports we'd heard this week was like South County is really good. South County is really good. So it's going to be interesting for sure.
Well, I think much like you said about Hayfield and the rumors that were out there, Hayfield's demise. South County, very similar, right? Anyone who thought this was the demise of South County is mistaken big time. I've got several reports that tell me that South County was very impressive in their scrimmages. and look out for South County. Anyone who thought they were dead in the water has it all wrong.
Well, Colonial Forge comes in with a tight end, 6'3", 210. He had 1,100 receiving yards last year.
Wow.
Tayshawn Jones. Again, I guess we can call it the fall of the tight. Not
Tight end fall.
Tight end fall, right? We can
Tight end fall.
Everybody's got a tight end this year.
Yeah.
It's like we're back coaching in the 1980s. Everyone's got some big guy tight end who's going down there.
They're flexing these tight ends out a little more than they used to in the 80s.
and another dynamic quarterback they have, Brock Brimhall, 2,700 yards passing, 500 yards rushing last year, 6'2", 200 pounds. Stafford is I think because of where they're caught, right? I think we talked about it before about being kind of Central Virginia. They're not Richmond the Beach. They're not Fairfax, Arlington. They kind of get caught in between where I think maybe they get overlooked some. But we've seen them play, man, and they've got some guys that can absolutely play.
Yeah, that's a heavyweight matchup too. People want to kind of again, I mean, normally that would be a heavyweight matchup, but everyone thinking that South County might be down a little bit,
right?
And and again, I think that's one of those games. Also, no matter what happens to Colonial Forge or South County in that one, they'll be around. That's not the end of the season because, and actually, all these teams, which is why they're on this list, win or lose,
yeah.
All 14 of those teams in the 7 matchups there, they're around for the season.
Yeah, and South County, I really like Travion Campbell. I think that
Campbell's
really good.
They got Miska at quarterback. I mean, they're a solid team.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, buddy. Well, there it is, man. The games of the week, the sensational 7.
Yeah, those teams were the first ones in 2025 to make games of the week.
That's it. That's a you got to put that up on a placard and hang it up on the wall.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. There's more. Everyone who knows us and knows this show, that wasn't it. They are the best of the rest, my friend. The best of the rest, because there's plenty of good ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to get into the best of the rest and start. And we're in no order here. We're going to be traveling all over Nova as we kind of go through these. We'll start at the top here. Bishop O'Connell at W&L. W&L, talk about Madison. And, a lot of guys who maybe didn't play as much last year. I think W&L sort of in that same situation.
Yeah. W&L we saw was really, size-wise, that offensive line is gigantic.
Big team.
Is gigantic. I do like that O'Connell's, stepping up and kind of playing some 6A teams, which I think is pretty smart. They have a receiver they like a lot, Xander Sheed, 6 foot, 175. He's coming back after having an injury last season. Xavier Reed, another guy, that corner wide receiver, 6'1", 170. And then Ryan Turpin, their quarterback, they really like it a lot as well. It looks like he's going to be able to lead them as well. On defensively, Eli Moran, excuse me. Aaron Moran was Joni, so it's not Aaron Moran. Eli Moran and Josh Taliaferro, both at linebacker. And he was
was that a Joni Loves Chachi reference?
It was
fantastic. You only get that here.
Josh Taliaferro was a WCAC Arnold Mention player last year. So they've got some guys on the defensive side. But is O'Connell in Arlington?
Yeah, I was about to say that. This is a bit of a rivalry game of sorts.
Yeah.
And a lot of these kids know each other.
Oh, for sure. So I think it should be definitely an interesting matchup between the two.
Yeah, I think so too. And when you're done, W&L, there's going to be, again, we talked about it earlier, there will be a line around the corner at Lebanese Tavern, everyone getting their shawarma in after a beautiful football game.
Yeah. Lebanese food and Persian food have a similar palate. Is that am I mistaken on that?
I'm going to go on record here and say that at times, and I love my dad's cooking, but there are some times, and I prefer Lebanese food over Persian food.
Really?
Now, but at times, my dad would
similar palate though, right? So similar like spice structure, maybe.
Well, you got the kebabs and stuff. No, I think the Lebanese is more spiced.
Okay.
It's heavier spiced.
Okay.
But my dad, I'm not going to be allowed to go over there for dinner now. So now that I've said that, the kebabs are great, right? I love them. Whether it's Moby Dix or whatever. The Persian kebabs are solid. All right. Heading over to McLean, Mesa. This is a big one. This is actually a huge game in that region. Chantilly McLean.
Yeah, so Chantilly, who last year after a year off from the playoffs, made the playoffs last year. McLean though looking to kind of move up and find a way back in the playoffs that year. Also, I think very interesting because you never know, right? This could be a first round matchup due to the fact that we have 4-4, and in the first round you're gonna play somebody from the other district, right? So I think we talked before about teams that have aspirations to play a state championship going down to the beach or going down to Richmond to play some teams down there. If I'm in the Liberty, I think I want to I want to peek, right? I want to peek underneath the in the box a little bit to see what the Concord has, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love everything about Chantilly's passing attack. With say here, Mantry, they need. I would go all in. You and I talked about this with the senior quarterbacks. It's a strength of their team, so just go all in and embrace the strength of your team. Now I know Tilly loves to run the ball, and that's kind of their thing. So we'll see. But if the strength of your team is your quarterback, then just go all in. I say, like, was it Jim Fossil putting all your chips on the table?
Yeah.
I'm putting all my chips on the table.
Once again, right? The tight end fall got a name Aiden Reed, right? Aiden Reed from McLean, right? Another tight end.
You're right.
Another tight end fall, right?
Yeah, he's a monster, right? Adrian's a monster. All right. We head over to Oakton. Edison and Oakton, May. So that should be we'll see. We'll see about this one. We like Oakton a lot. Edison we don't know a whole lot about yet.
Yeah, so I went inside. I did some play live at Garfield, and we'll get to Garfield in a minute, I'd imagine. But they're definitely working through things over there. Now Garfield's really good, and I won't talk much about them there. They're definitely looks like they've installed some new stuff offensively. I believe they have someone over there working with the offense. I'm not sure if he's a coordinator or not. Friend of yours, Coach McGacky's over there, right?
Yeah, Coach McGacky, great.
We're not sure if it's a coordinator or not, but he's over there working. But the name of the marquee on this one is going to be Oakton, right? Oakton, from our stand, has obliterated their last two opponents, which is, although you hope that's the jump they're going to make because they play a lot of young guys. Now that you should bear the fruits of your labor, right? I mean, this is you played the young guys last year for this year and next year, right? I mean, that's why you did it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, Coach Slay has been doing the dirty work, and like you said, I mean, he's been out there, and now it's time, right? Now these trees are going to, like you said, bear fruit.
Yeah,
and he's going to enjoy it, and it's a big. You want to come out. You look good in the preseason. You want to come out and have a good showing, right, in this first week. And the other thing is Edison, younger team, maybe kind of a rebuild year. We'll see. Whereas Oakton, you said it. I know they're not seniors. A lot of these guys, a lot of them are juniors. They're main players, but they're still. This is a big year for them. They got big things on their mind.
Yeah, and also for Oakton this year, you're not taking up anybody anymore, right? No one's like, oh, Oakton, no. People are preparing for you now, right? You're no longer the Oakton team the year before they went 1-9 and struggled a lot, and they're like, oh, Oakton's not very good. We can beat Oakton. Now all of a sudden they're going to take you very seriously. There's going to be a lot of game planning. So now you've turned in from the hunter to the hunted, right? So now they've got to show that they've made that next step.
Well, we'll see what happens there. All right. Forest Park at Centerville. Now, obviously, it's a different Forest Park than it is a year ago. But so, what do you got?
Well, they have that new young head coach, and I can't think of his top of his name. Dang it, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Do we have? Oh, we don't have a write up on the guy.
No, it's all good. Just don't worry about it.
Okay, so they've got a brand new head coach, Coach Robinette, who has stepped down after last year. They graduated a lot of kids, so they're trying to replace Landon Hunt, who
great running back,
great running back over there, and they have those two offensive linemen. The one with Liberty went to Virginia Tech, who are really good. And on the other side, you have a Centerville team who played some young guys who now are expecting again to find themselves back in the playoffs, and should be an interesting matchup for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we like Shields at quarterback. I'm gonna kind of echo the comments I made about Mantry and Chantilly, right? I mean, you got a quarterback at some point, and we'll see how the season goes. That they're going to want to run the ball, obviously, but you know what? Sometimes you got to put the ball in your best player's hands and say, let's just go. Let's just go.
How tight is that all district first team quarterback naming going to be between those guys?
We got Mantry, Shields, Carlson,
Martin,
uh,
Martin
are
from
we forget,
Oakland,
are we forgetting anyone else? Martin. I mean,
Martin from Oakland.
that's
I mean,
that's four studs.
yeah, yeah. Those
I'll
guys
tell-
probably start from most high school teams in the area.
Right. I mean, so we talk about all the tight ends in the area. Well, the and who would have thought, right? Concord is a quarterback central. It used to be
Yeah,
freaking the mud and the guts, and now it's quarterbacks.
yeah,
That's why I say just air it out, baby. Air it
yeah.
out. Let's go. That should be a fun one. All right. Garfield traveled a long way. They're coming all the way from the Woodbridge area. Garfield's coming to Woodson.
Yeah, so they're coming to Woodson with the reigning Cardinal Offensive Player of the Year, right? Troy Hamlin. I mean, he's dynamic. They now have LJ Richards, and now they have that running back who they term as Quack there. So offensively, they're going to be pretty dynamic. Again, I watched them play against Edison, and then the reports we heard from their second scrimmage, they were like, those kids are athletic. Once again, they're battling with Braddock again. But it should be pretty interesting. And now you start the Coach McBride era at Woodson. And you have some kids who actually played last year quite a bit, right? I mean, you have Ari Hurst who played last year quite a bit. You had
Emmett Murphy,
Ryan Messier, Emmett Murphy playing back there.
Jem Sandino.
Yeah, so you and
Tight
Jim,
end, tight end fall.
a 3-year guy, and along with Bryce Goldtree, a 3-year guy.
And Goldtree, yeah.
So
That's
it'll
right.
be interesting, right? I mean, a new era over there at Woodson against a team in Garfield. Now we don't know how they're doing the playoffs in Region B. I don't think we ever got. So I mean, last year Garfield got in by the skin of their teeth last year, and they won 7 games.
Right.
Right. I mean, they barely got in last year. So Garfield has aspirations to continue that on, especially with the amount of talent they have over there. So I mean, it should be a pretty fascinating game between the two.
Yeah, no, I agree. And two coaching staffs we know well. Obviously, the Woodson staff with Coach McBride and company, and then Coach Evans at Garfield's been a friend of the program for a while.
Yeah.
So, I think it could be a sneaky fun game.
Oh, absolutely.
Because a team like Garfield is so explosive, so fast. We'll see. We'll see. I think with this new staff, it's hard when you're playing a team with a new staff, right? And everything's brand new. It's kind of hard to gauge and prepare.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think schools in that situation, in that boat, have a little bit of an advantage if they're all new.
Right. You're not sure exactly what they're going to do for sure.
Right. So that should be fun. Keep an eye on that one. All right. Well, Meridian at Justice. I like this one. This is a little bit of the Battle of Falls Church, a little bit in some ways.
A little bit is Meridian with that double wing that they run, which is always an offense that's different to prepare for. And Justice, I mean, we talked a little bit on the previous show. They started playing in some really close games last year, and I'm sure they're going to want to try to get off on the right foot.
Yeah, for sure. Battle of Falls Church City, though, it doesn't have it named, that as far as I know, but you got Falls Church City, Meridian, you got Falls Church Justice. It should be kind of a fun one there. And I like the matchup in general for both teams. I just like the matchup.
No, it's a good week matchup for both of them.
It is good. More matchups like that is what we need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this will be an interesting one. Herndon going to Tuscarora.
Yeah, Tuscarora, while a 4A school, does not play like a 4A school in my opinion. Should be the debut of Coach Richards. Actually, the debut of two head coaches.
Yes.
I can't think of.
And I think coming off the scrimmages, I think, and again, you wonder. I didn't catch any of Tuscarora's. I kind of a little bit of Herndon's, but you don't know with the 2 new coaches, right? You don't know what exactly did they show? What didn't they show? What am I preparing all wrong for this?
Well, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure someone will correct me on it. I believe Coach Carter also was on the Tuscarora staff last year. So I think you have, right. So yeah, you do have 2 new coaches, but they were inside the program, right? They're not.
That's true. That's a good point. That's different than being
outside,
completely new. You're
right.
right.
So you have Coach Carter coming in, and Coach Richard coming in as well. So I mean, it should be a fun thing to watch as well.
All right, buddy. Well, I like another matchup that I like as far as just even matchup and kind of see what they do. Lewis at Parkview.
Yeah, don't know a lot about Parkview, but Coach Schultz is is really working his tail off over at Lewis. Good first week matchup for him, though. I do believe to try to get his guys on the right path.
Yeah, no, I like, again, talk about matchups that are even and two teams that kind of like, all right, hey, we'll play. I like the Lewis Parkview matchup. Here's another one I kind of like. I like it better this year than I think I would have liked it last year. Marshall at Annandale. I think Annandale might surprise some people this year.
Yeah, I've got a chance to see Marshall play a ton. But praying for that triple. And last year, obviously it was a big win. I think they scored 70 last year.
Yeah.
But maybe now Annandale's got a little better hang on what they're going to see from them offensively, right? Marshall does kind of what Marshall does as well. So I think it should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm watching a little bit of Annandale, some of the stuff on social media. I'm just liking what I see. I'm getting good vibes over there. So let's see what happens in that one. All right, buddy. Well, your favorite here in Patriot, AC is coming to Braddock.
Yeah, different AC team. From where you stand, D'Angelo Duarte is no longer there. He's moved on. But they do have. So I did watch them against Langley, and they got some kids who can absolutely fly over there. They got some kids who can move. That quarterback's pretty dynamic. I know he had quite a few yards rushing last year. I believe it's the same guy. Because it's hard during the scrimmage because I'm not sure because we can't see jersey numbers.
Right.
But I believe it was the same quarterback they had from last year. I watched him against Langley a little bit. They got some size up front, but Braddock has lost some guys, right? I mean they lost some guys, but they brought back the one guy.
There's such a power though.
Yeah, but bringing Ty Jackson back, I mean he is poised to have another huge season this year.
Yeah, Braddock is just such a machine right now, and obviously we know the coaches over there really well, from Coach Doc to Coach Crush, Coach Gall, Coach Smith, all those guys, Coach Haggett. They'll be well prepared. They don't take anyone lightly.
Yeah, but
Ever.
AC always has those games, right, where you kind of count them out,
which is why I said that.
Yeah,
which is why I said that because you're right. Like Ric Flair, right?
Yeah.
You count on AC, and I remember Ric Flair in those battle royals. He kind of hide in the corner, and you forget about him, and they come up behind you and elbow you and throw you out the ring.
Right.
AC can sneak up on you. I just feel like Braddock is one of those teams that we're well coached enough. They're not going to let someone sneak up on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. A good old Patriot matchup.
It's interesting. A lot of inter-district matches in week one.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And speaking of that, West Springfield making the drive to West Potomac.
Yeah, West Potomac. I know we'd seen them 7-7. We haven't heard anything from West Potomac. Apparently, we're persona non grata. Apparently, in West Potomac. But I like West Springfield a lot, man. They've got what I've seen from them. They look like they're going to be pretty good as well. But again, West Potomac's not an easy matchup ever. I mean, I've never seen them. Yeah.
I agree. West Potomac's one of those teams that you look back over the years. I mean, they pull upsets off. They'll find ways to win. They'll hang around. So just like we said a minute ago, West Springfield should not, even though they might be the Fairfax MGM favorites in this one, they should not take West Potomac lightly.
No, 100%.
And I know you're really high on West Springfield this year, but I think West Po's right. We're going to find a lot about a lot of these teams in week one.
Right.
We're not going to find out everything because I don't think the season's over. Some of these teams.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but some of the teams that we don't know anything about, we're going to find out a lot.
Yeah. So like week one in the NFL, right? Everyone comes in, you're like, well, this, that, and then week one,
right?
You're like, okay, now I have a ton better idea.
Well, you remember a few years ago when Madison started off with that really poor record start the year off.
Yeah.
They had a loss against Yorktown. It was like 0-2 or 0-3, and then that turned around real quick.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, and rounding up some of the Fairfax Arlington games, we got Yorktown at South Lakes. I kind of like this one.
Yeah, South Lake's still trying to rebound, right, from last season's. Undefeated, and then the 2 years ago and last year, kinds of struggles. Yorktown, perennial playoff team. Again, tight end fall. Brady, probably the best tight end, right, of all of them, right? He's probably the best tight end at all of them.
Brady Owens, absolute stud, and his dad up front of the program.
In the program, absolutely. But it's gonna be an interesting matchup for both, right? Both, and also a new head coach at Yorktown, right?
Yeah, Coach Hicks.
Coach Hicks
Coach Hicks on the show.
First time in What would we say, 80? So we're talking
Yeah,
about
long time.
40 years, right? First time in 40 years that they're not going to have Coach Hansen at the helm. But it should be interesting. I watched South Lakes against South County, and they look pretty explosive. Yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean you can't beat it. South Lakes, Yorktown, two tough teams. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Yorktown with Coach Hicks, and if they win that one, they're gonna be celebrating at Lebanese Taverna. You know that.
Yeah,
And South Lakes alumni, Andrew Siciliano, friend of this program.
yeah. Hope you checked out the tweet.
Andrew Siciliano is going to be watching that. Maybe we'll get him on the live show, trying to see what he thinks about South Lakes.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we head out west, young man. We're going to go west. Really quick, what do you think? Hilton, Freedom, South Riding. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, no, another good matchup. With Hilton with a brand new head coach out there.
Coach Woods calling the offense.
Yeah, Coach Woods calling the offense. Trying to get themselves back on. We talked before about let's see if we can get Hilton to be a little. Hilton football needs trying to find a revival, and it seems like they're in the right direction over there. They're at Hilton. Should be, and also with Freedom South Riding now dropping down to 5A, right, dropping out of the Cedar Run district. But I think it's a good match. You talk about good matchups. I think this is a good matchup as well.
I think so too. That should be a fun one. Osborne at Colgan.
Yeah, good matchup between the two. First year, not first year head coach, but former the former head coach out of Brentsville, coaching now at Colgan. Trying to get Colgan over that hump right in the playoffs in a really competitive Region B.
Freedom Woodbridge at Osborne Park. That's kind of an interesting one. And our old friend Mel Morgan.
Yeah, you have
Coach Rhonda.
Coach Rondo over at Freedom, leading his first full season, right? His first full season. There.
Right.
And then Coach Morgan taking over to Osborne Park. Should be an interesting matchup as well.
Unity Reed at Potomac Senior.
I got nothing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, look, I'll say this. We liked Unity, and I think the Adam Schefter of Nova, Carl Frederick, liked Unity Reed.
He did like Unity Reed. You're all right. He did like Unity Reed.
So keep an eye on them. Potomac Senior didn't know a whole lot about, but we'll find out. But Unity Reed is definitely one that our friend was high on. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
One that you were high on, Woodbridge at Stafford.
Yeah. So Woodbridge, our understanding is I got a chance to watch them yet. It looks like they're kind of reloaded for this year. And we're going back again to Stafford County. They've got some pretty good teams down there. So I think it's a good matchup, and I think it'll be interesting to see how they look. Right, another inter region game, and also depending on how they're doing it, if they're doing PowerPoints, whatever it is, to get a win over a team in your own region is huge when it's going to come to playoff seeding time.
Yeah, no, I agree. It should be an interesting matchup. See what they're all about. One that could have made it 8 on our games of the week, I thought. I mean, we didn't do it, but it could have been Gainesville at Mountain View.
Yeah, Mountain View against solid program. Gainesville, another new head coach, and
Coach Cage.
Coach Cage down there. Another inner region game.
Yep.
Playoff seeding time. You want to try to make sure that you're as high as you can, and so taking on an opponent that may be in the playoffs or maybe in the hunt for playoffs is going to be big for them.
And he's going to pound that rock, man. He loves his running backs, Coach Cage. And he's going to pound that rock. You know he is. All right. Well, we do have, kind of the new look. We brought some Loudon teams into the fold, right? We wrote some of the Loudon schools and coaches, and we said, hey, do you want us to cover you guys this year? And only a few got back to us.
So
if you live in the Loudon area, you're a Loudon parent, you're a Loudon player, and you are not one of the ones we're going over, that is not our fault. Talk to your coach, call your coaches, and talk to them. Woodgrove at Independence.
Yeah, we've heard really good things about Independence. Carl had said that he liked their quarterback a lot. Thought he was really good. Maybe they now are going to become the fourth team, and they're in the mix in Cedar Run, right?
I think so too. Independence, man, with Coach Mickey Thompson calling the offense. that automatically makes them tough.
Yeah.
That's like I know he's a head coach, but it's like North Carolina getting Belichick, right?
Yeah.
It's like automatically you got to respect. I mean, you cannot take these guys lightly.
Yeah. No, 100%.
All right. Well, Broad Run at Briarwoods. We like Broad Run this year.
Yeah, Broadwin, another team that we did an article on. But a big game, right? With
Yeah,
Broadwin.
it's a tough one.
Yeah, but it is a crosstown rivalry between those two, right? They do have a few guys they like. They do like their tight end a whole lot. They like their tight end a whole lot. Mason Schwenke, George Nicholson, and Logan Anthony they like as well. Three and also the running back Luke Brandenburg and Kai Feek is someone you should probably look out for them as well.
Okay. And yeah, Briarwood's coming off that, state title run. I mean, that's always a solid program.
Yeah.
Light Ridge at Heritage. Light Ridge, one of the teams we'll be covering this year.
Yeah. We saw him at 7-on-7, and that quarterback Owen Working looks like he's the real deal.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he can definitely spin it as well. They also have a couple of running backs, Jeremiah Pettiford and Xavier Dillard, who they are pretty high on as well.
All right, we'll keep an eye on Light Ridge this year, and beautiful facilities, right? We've been out there.
Oh yeah,
we love the Light Ridge facility. I think a lot of those facilities out there are real nice. All right, well, kind of a sort of national team, right? Sort of TJ playing the Nova homeschoolers.
Yeah. Now the one guy I liked a lot for them was their. Remember I told you I saw when I saw him in 7-on-7. They have a quarterback that I thought I was pretty high on. I thought he could play. Landon Mattis.
Okay.
Landon Mattis. Yeah. No, he was pretty impressive and probably a really smart kid, right? Goes to TJ probably.
Yeah.
Probably going to be running Google sometime, or I don't know, running for president. But no, I thought he could spin it. Also, they have a tight end, last name Bowers.
They do, yeah.
Brian Bowers. They like a lot as well.
And we liked. We TJ had a 7-on-7 earlier this year. Their coach. Very open to kind of talk about things. Seems like a good guy. Coach Kramer, good guy. We like TJ and they're playing the schedule out, man. They know their team and they're doing what they think is right for their team.
Right, absolutely.
And their program.
What you should do.
Right, everyone should do that. And then one game we want to highlight, which will be on ESPN Deportes. St. James traveling out to Puerto Rico, my man. Puerto Rico.
Yeah. St. James going on the road. I've seen a bunch of highlights, and man, they beat up on those two teams from.
They beat up on the Huguenot
and
Dunbar? Then was it Dunbar?
I think it might have been Dunbar. But the private the sports academies are making their debut, their debut, and they're heading down to the islands. Maybe they'll spend some time in the clear water of the Atlantic right there.
Oh man,
hanging out,
beautiful,
hanging out on the beach. But they are loaded. They are definitely loaded.
Among my people over there, my wife's from Puerto Rico. I've been there once. I love it over there. So that hopefully they have some time to, I don't know how long they're going on one of these trips, but
yeah.
Is it like the Pro Bowl? Do you have time to kind of relax by the pool?
I'd imagine so. Anytime I've seen a team travel, they usually go do something. They usually go see the sights, right? You're not just going to the hotel playing and then going home.
Go to the old fort.
Yeah, go
to Rincon Beach. You got a lot of nice stuff over there.
What is so? I'm unaware of Puerto Rican cuisine. So since your wife's Puerto Rican, is there anything they should probably have while they're there? Some.
Yeah, so you obviously want to have the mofongo. It's a very a lot of dishes. You're going to have the obviously the rice and the beans, but beyond that, if it has the plantains, right?
Mm-hmm.
The plantains are key. You got to do the plantain dishes. Anything that has plantain, and then obviously a lot of fish out there, right? You're by the water.
Yeah.
But I love some nice platanos. When those plantains are, you want them. You want the plantains black, right? So nice and sweet.
Okay.
That's the way I like them.
All right.
Think about like a banana, right? The darker it is, it's going to get sweeter.
Yeah.
I mean, plantains pretty much the same thing. When they fry them up, oh man, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna say Cuban sandwich, but that's a Cuban sandwich. That's different.
Yeah, that's in Cuba. They're not going to play the Cuban team. They're going
No,
to
but if I was they should do the Puerto Rican sandwich. I mean, it's probably not that. Oh, the other thing I like actually is the when they roast a pig, and a lot of people have their own version of that, right, in the islands and stuff. But I love the skin, right, when it's like almost like a potato chip. They call
Oh
it
yeah, yeah.
they call it chicharron. Everyone's got their own
Oh
name
yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah.
But the chicharron is freaking fantastic. So yeah, they should have a good time down there in Puerto Rico. And you got to go to Old San Juan to listen to the music, right? See the guys playing. All the old men are out there playing chess.
Okay.
Yeah, Old San Juan is a cool town.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, that was it. That was the best of the rest. Got through it all. And with all these teams you've added this year, man, it's just nonstop, buddy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of team.
It's a lot of team. Nova's huge.
Yeah, it's really
Nova
big.
is enormous. And if you want to cover Nova football, you got to put the sleeves up. You got to get in there.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I am not letting you off the hook, though, buddy.
Okay.
A lot of teams, a lot of games. I want the new segment this year is the upset special. Special of the day. Soup du
Upset.
jour. What is the special of the day? I think I'll have that. I want the upset special of the day.
Upset special. Give me. This is tough.
Ace is thinking. He's thinking.
Give me.
And it's almost got to be one of the best of the rest, right? Because those heavyweights that we went off early, those are not. I mean, those were kind of. I don't think there's any upsets happening over there, right?
Yeah. Give me. You know what? It's gonna sound weird because I've pumped them up all season, all off season.
Okay.
Give me West Potomac or West Springfield.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a big upset.
That's an upset.
Okay.
Going big,
Wow.
right?
But
Going big.
yeah, very big upset there. All right. I like that. I will go. You know what? Because the MGM, and this is a parent of two. Shout out to parent of two, by the way. That's our guy. We don't know who he is, but he does a great job with. I love his point differentials.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at his predictions for scoring. He's got Tuscarora by 10. And who's more impartial than that guy? I mean, Parent 2 is the most impartial man in the state of Virginia. So I am going to say our friend, your friend of the show, Josh Richards, will have his guys ready for the upset over Tuscarora.
Okay. I was gonna pick that one. I don't know. I decided to go. Yeah, I don't know.
No. Yours is a bigger upset, so I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a bigger upset, but I like that. But yeah, 2 upsets. That's the upset specials. New segment. Put that in the books, buddy. Put it in the books.
If you want to sponsor the upset special, email us at.
That's right. That's right. Awesome, guys. I can't wait. We got the live shows. Our next show, as you watch this, the next time you see us, will be the live show on Thursday night.
100%.
Going over all the action. Tune in on YouTube. It'll be available on Twitter, but not for long. So go to our YouTube channel for that, and subscribe, obviously. And then after that will be our breakdown recap show where we kind of break down all these games.
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
A lot of games. Well, we break down obviously the top games.
Yeah.
And quickly kind of brush over the other ones. We need the Chris Berman NFL, NFL music. when we do that.
Past 2 minutes in
Yes.
in football. Yeah.
That's right. Our version of that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks again for joining us as we start off another season. We appreciate everyone out there. We're excited for this new season. It's going to be a blast. So hold on to your hats.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Well, from Dash and Mesa and all Hitches, we'll see you guys on the All Hitches Spotlight Show on Thursday night. See you guys.
See ya.